What's up everyone, it's Adam from Life of Adam, came back with a brand new lifeguarding video. In today's video, I'm gonna give you guys a survival guide for how to survive the lifeguarding course every single day, the format of the course so that you can pass on your first try and that you can become a lifeguard very quickly. Now, before I dive into this, if you guys are new to the channel, I make a bunch of lifeguarding content about becoming a lifeguard, finding a job, being good on the job, basically everything you need to know. So definitely consider subscribing and liking the video to show your support to the channel. Now, when it comes to the lifeguarding course, no matter what, your typical American Red Cross, your typical National Lifeguard Association course is gonna be like 20 to 25 hours long. Now, it could be 3 days, it could be a week, it could be broken out into weekends, whatever it is, it will always be around that amount of time. So expect that going in, that'll be 20 to 25 hours. Now, on the first day of the lifeguarding course, the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna pay your instructor. It'll be online, it'll be an envelope with cash, it'll be an envelope with a check, however you wanna do it. It's expected that you pay for the course up front, so do remember that. Then you're gonna sit down, and everyone's gonna be in a group, they're gonna take attendance, and you're gonna watch some introduction videos about what it means to be a lifeguard, just basic overview of the course. And then after that, you are immediately going to do the lifeguarding fitness swim tests on the very first day. So make sure on day one, you have a towel, you have a bathing suit, you bring goggles as well, and you have to do the swim tests basically immediately. Now, I'm not gonna go into depth about how to pass each one. I have plenty of videos on my channel about passing the lap swim, the treading water with no hands, and the brick retrieval. I'll link those videos down below in the description so you can check that out after you watch this. Now, after you've completed the lifeguard swim tests, then you start off with beginner rescues. So it'll be entering the water with a stride jump, a slide in, a compact jump, and it'll be the first and second rescue, which will be a frontal active victim and a rear active victim. Just basically getting used to entering the water and swimming with the rescue tube. So that will conclude day one. On day two, you're gonna start off by doing more intermediate rescues, introducing you to deep water rescues versus shallow water rescues, and also an intro to using the backboard, basically using it without the straps to get a victim out of the water if the victim is passive. So that's kind of the second day. You'll also do a little bit of classroom work, maybe some introduction to first aid, but the first 2 days, the first 10 hours of the course, it's pretty light in terms of the amount of skill level that you need, because it's assumed that you are a new lifeguard, you're learning this for the first time, so they ease you into the course so you won't get overwhelmed right away. Now, just remember, when you're doing rescues in a lifeguarding class, you're gonna partner up with people that are in your class. So make sure that if you're someone who is smaller or petite or skinny, that you match up with someone that kind of complements your body type. You don't want to be partnered with someone who's like twice your size, because going into the water and having to save them, it's gonna be a lot more pressure on you, a lot more harder to do, versus if you're rescuing someone who's around your size or even smaller, where they're a lot lighter and easier to rescue. So just do remember that you want to partner with someone that complements you, maybe a friend or maybe someone you just meet, so it's a lot easier. Now back to day three. Day three is going to be backboarding, it's going to be spinal injuries, it's going to be CPR, it's going to be AED, it's going to be first aid. That is kind of the bulk of the amount of time that you spend, because you covered all the basics and now this is kind of the more difficult things in the course. But don't worry, it's very doable, and also it's a whole day for it. So they're not rushing, and you're basically gonna practice until you get it, which is great because it'll be fresh in your mind for day 4. So just make sure in this time right here, you ask lots of questions, you get it down, and you feel confident before you leave that day. And the last day of the lifeguarding course, or the final 5 hours, is going to be the final tests. You're gonna have a written test, which is around 50 multiple choice questions, a little more, maybe a little less, and it will be covering the entirety of the course. So water rescues, first aid, CPR, basic knowledge, definitions, acronyms. So just make sure that you are taking notes, you are reading the textbook if they give you one, and that you are listening and asking questions, and you will be fine. You'll also have to do a CPR mock test where you're with your instructor with CPR dummies. You'll have a child dummy, an infant dummy, and an adult dummy. And your instructor is going to give you scenarios, and you're gonna have to do the proper rescue breaths, the proper compressions, the proper procedure as if it was a real victim. So just make sure you understand the difference between choking, having to do CPR, having to do rescue breathing, all those things. And the last thing that you'll have to do is kind of a mock rescue simulation where your instructor will give you scenarios about a victim that's in the water. They'll describe the accident and you have to remember the right rescue to use that best suits the situation. So make sure when you're learning all these rescue skills on day 1, 2, and 3, that you also remember why you're using that certain technique and why it applies to that situation. So this is the rundown of the lifeguarding course. It may be 4 days, it may be 5, it may be 2, but no matter what, this is the blueprint in order for you to be successful, in order for you to pass. So just make sure that you lock in, you be yourself, you trust your instincts, and you talk to people around you, get a little comfortable to boost your confidence. And I guarantee you, if you're a good swimmer and you know you are a good swimmer, you will pass on your first try. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Comment down below if you have any questions, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks so much. Peace out.